Starting the recording. So as discussed previously, the one topic was left to cover, that was Entra Hybrid Join. So I will quickly cover it, then I will give the brief introduction about the autopilot so that we can start the autopilot from tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do some revision, and from Monday we will take it freshly. Okay, so coming to this Entra Hybrid Join. So what is Entra Hybrid Join? Means device which is on premise and or Active Directory, and you want to bring it to the cloud. So the same scenario here, it also says that some Contoso Windows devices are currently joined to the local Active Directory domain services. Okay, as known to everyone that the devices which are on Active Directory or which are on premise or server, so they are the hybrid devices. To enable those devices to seamlessly access cloud services, you plan to enable Intra Hybrid Join. So Intra Hybrid Join, we cannot directly do the things until unless we have configured the settings in Intune. We cannot bring the devices to our cloud platform from on-premise. So you will test Intra Hybrid Join by reconfiguring Intra Connect Sync and testing out the process on this device. So we are going to use this device as test device and do the testing. So just a question I want to ask, that why configuring Intra Connect Sync is required in this case? Anyone, any guess? These questions are mainly asked in the interviews, so let me make it clear. So if you will sit in the interviews, they do not ask about intra join or intra registered. They will directly ask that why intra connect sync is required. So you have to tell that intra connect sync is required. You have to answer. And I just want to have some information from you guys, if you have understood till now anything about it, that why intra-connect sync is required. We have gone through this topic in early.
We've been to sync the users from local, like on-premise AD to cloud Entra ID.
Okay, anyone else?
It bridges the on-premise Active Directory with the cloud.
Okay, anyone else?
To create the trust between on-premise and cloud, we need that, right?
Yeah, anything? Anything new from anyone? I'm expecting everyone to answer actually. Okay, then let's move ahead. So whatever Jeffrey and Jamin shared, that is correct, totally correct. So first, to bring the devices or particular device from the on-premise domain server to the cloud. And the second thing, we do this sync so that it can come up. First of all, it will create the trust between two platforms. Once the trust is completed, they communicated to each other. Okay, they told their frequency, that this is my frequency, this is your frequency, and now they are on the same frequency. Okay, taking an example, in army, what happens? Two battalions, they talk to each other because they have their radio frequencies same. So they communicate with each other that we are sitting here, we are sitting here, and from here we are planning the war or something. Same way, it is there in Intune also, cloud and on premise. So they communicate with each other, sharing their details, sharing their tenant details, that yeah, now we have a trust between ourselves, and now you can manage the devices which I used to manage earlier. So once we bring this intra connect sync. So what does intra connect sync? It becomes the broker in between, and it asks both of them to create the trust between themselves and do the things. So what we are going to do, we are going to prepare an environment. We are all already in SBR1. Okay, select start. So we will select start. It's my device start. Okay. Let me adjust it. Okay. We have selected start. Windows administrative tool, and here we are bringing the devices from Active Directory. So we have to go to the Active Directory. Okay, so this is Active Directory. Your portal, it looks like this Active Directory server portal. So mainly in the organization, if you are working in some company, they will give you some RDP server. What you have to do, you have to run that RDP server and you will be here. Okay, so SCSBR1 is like an RDP server. Everyone is getting till now, because it is very important and it is very much asked in the interviews, not in the MD-102 exam, but it is, you will get 1 to 2 question, but not much. But it is very much required to understand the practical uh, scenario behind it, that how practically it is working, because it is so many times asked in the organizations. In Active Directory users and computers, we came right click on Contoso. Okay, this is our tenant. Okay, new and select organizational unit. Okay, new organizational unit. In the new object organizational unit, Entra ID clients. So we are configuring this setting organizational unit so that we can get the devices in this group, and this group will communicate to your cloud, and whatever the devices will be there in this group, they will go to the cloud or Intune. Means Intra, it will go to the Intra. Sorry, let's not make it confused. It will go to Intra first, then it will come to the cloud, Intune. Okay, so always if you are talking about cloud, something, if something is going to come, it is going to come in, anyone?
Entra first.
Yeah, Intra first, because Intra is the entry point.
Yeah.
Okay, we have done this. It's created Intra ID client, that group is created. Now Seattle clients, which is already there, we have this device which we have to bring it, CL2, which we have to bring it on cloud. Okay, in the move dialog box. Okay, now we are moving this device to Entra ID client. Move. Okay, where it is, Entra ID clients. Okay, now this device came here. See, this device came here. Now what we will do, we will close this and we will configure the sync, so that from here it is syncing to your Intra. Okay, everyone is getting till now how the flow is working, or should I make the diagram and then tell it?
No, it's clear, straightforward.
Means earlier the device in Active Directory was there in Seattle clients. Okay, all the devices which are there in Seattle clients, if it is asked that you have to move all the devices, what you will do, you can do the bulk operation also, selecting all devices, moving to Intra ID client group, and now we will be syncing this group with connect sync, Intra connect sync, so that it is directly syncing with your Intra, and it is bringing all devices to the Intra, and once it is Intra, it is in Intune. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so moving ahead, configure Entra Hybrid Join in Entra Connect Sync. So we will minimize it. We have Azure AD Connect already downloaded. We did this thing previously. So same way we are going to do here.
Within one question. Uh, so in the real scenario,
Mhm.
do we really we don't need to create an OU like that, right? We can directly sync Active Directory. All the all the OUs will be synced directly to the intra, right? We don't
Yeah,
need to create an
if
extra OU like that.
why I have created the extra OU? because in the Seattle client there are other devices too. If I will directly do the Azure sync or Entra sync, what it will happen? It will bring all the Seattle devices there. But what is the main agenda here? We have to bring only CL2.
Right.
Okay,
So
so that.
in the real scenario, when we migrate to cloud, we just do the sync with all the entire domain, right?
Yeah, we do with the entire domain so that all the groups and the users also come, because there are, if you will see that there are domain controllers, there are groups, other manager groups is also there, marketing group is there, research is there. So we do it one by one so that there is no confusion in it, and the same content what here we have managers group and all the users inside that, the same will be synced to your intra. If you will see these managers users are there, and what we want, if we will do the direct thing, what will happen, it will bring all the content to the intra. We won't be able to bifurcate it, that where is what, because here you can see the groups, you can see the folders, you can go and click and see the details. But in intra it will be at one place, all the things will be at one place. How you will be able to bifurcate it? Until unless you do one by one, or if you are doing in the bulk, then there should be a group specification or the user specification, so that you can bifurcate, you can make the difference that, yeah, this is the manager's user ID, this is the marketing group user ID, this is research group user ID accordingly. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, got it. So it depends on the organization. How do they want to
Yeah,
migrate?
yeah, it totally depends upon the organization. Means there are, if I'll tell you, there are 80% of things which depends upon the organization decisions in Intune or in cloud. How they want the things, that totally depends upon them. Here we have to understand that as per their requirement, what we have to do, we have to understand the scenario, how the backend is working. If we know the how backend is working, so if they are coming and asking the requirement that I only need that all the salesperson which are there on Active Directory should be on cloud, means they should be using the cloud facilities, and I don't want anyone else to use the cloud facilities, because
So usually
salespeople
we
they.
migrate only the users and devices, right?
Yeah, groups also.
Yeah, groups also. Okay.
As I talked about groups, marketing groups, sales groups. So as sales group, sales people have to travel from one place to one place, another place. Now your organization came, and these type of scenarios in companies, they ask that we have the sales group and we have to migrate them to cloud so that they can use the services from anywhere, wherever they are sitting. How we are going to achieve it? So like
Okay.
this, they will ask, and we don't have to be confused that if they are on premise, what we have to do, we have to do the Azure, Intra Connect sync with your on premise to the cloud, and for that particular group, for sales group, if you will not specify that for sales group only you are going to do it, then they might interrupt in between, and then might they ask some other question, or means they can skip your question, your answer, mentioning that, means thinking that you are not answering in the correct way. I hope
Okay.
I made it
Yeah,
clear.
got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
so moving ahead, we will do the connect sync so that this particular group is getting synced with your intra connect. We will come here. Okay, configure. Now we are going to configure the setting. Additional task phase, configure device option. So if you are configuring the user or some other thing, so accordingly you can see the settings, means you cannot remember all the settings. Even no one asks you that what are the settings required, so you can google it, or you can study, you can take the help of the Microsoft document, and from there you can do it. Usually all the architects, all the engineer do like this, until unless they have a good number of experience over this technology intra connect thing. Means if they are doing everyday intra connect, then only they'll be able to remember it. So configure device options, here we have. Okay, I selected it. Next. Okay, next. This is the tenant ID. Okay, connect. It is connecting to my tenant ID. I will authenticate. So why it is asking? So that it can develop the trust between both the platforms. It is examining the domains at the moment. What we have to do, we have to configure hybrid Microsoft Entra ID joined. Next, Windows 10 and later. For the security reasons, we are selecting. Now here SCP configuration contoso.com, we have Microsoft Entra from the authentication services. So how it is going to authenticate with your Entra platform? So this, okay, add, wait, why we are putting the device admin credentials? Anyone?
Yeah, because we are connecting AD to Entra, right? So we need a local like AD admin password to
We
authenticate.
we we kept we kept the password of we gave the credential of our cloud
Tenant.
tenant. Okay,
Mm,
and now cloud tenant is asking to do the authentication services, to avail the authentication services from Microsoft Entra ID. What we need your authentication as well. The server, this is SBR1, this is a server of let's I gave the example, this is a server, consider it as a server. Okay, in this server you have the Azure Connect and Active Directory. Okay, so from this server you are establishing the intra sync. So it will authenticate that whether this server is really related to my tenant or not. So once it gets the authentication with your admin of this server, it will allow you to have the access. Enterprise. This is cloud. This is
on premise.
on
AD.
premise. So both are now in the same forest.
Mm,
Same forest, that is contoso.com. Now they will make the environment hybrid.
mm.
Everyone getting it? This is the last step. We will do the next. Ready to configure. Done. Okay, it's done now. What we will do? We will go to this particular device now to check whether it is done or not. CL2 we will come. So what it is asking, it is asking to restart, so that restarts fix all the problems sometimes. So to do the active sync, we are going to restart it. Okay, meanwhile it is starting. If anybody have any query from here, anything.
Can you explain what is SCP?
SCP is the configuration profile. Okay, let me show you this what it is. It is from the Azure perspective, secure copy protocol based on the SSS. This is a networking part totally for the configuration files to transfer from one place to another. It's totally a networking thing. I was on I wasn't sure about it, but I was sure that it helps to transfer the configuration files. So SCP is set up from the network and it is very much required once you are doing the intra connect sync. So it's done. Okay, anyone now how we are gonna validate it?
You mean the verification? Vipin?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
You
mean
mean
the verification.
verify and we can run the CMD command dsref cmd slash status to check it. Right?
Okay, show me the command.
dsreg cmd space slash status.
Wait, I also forgot.
dsreg cmd all continuous.
Okay, DSREX CMD.
CMD space forward slash and status. It's AD joint. Domain joint both.
Got it? Everything clear?
Yeah.
So it is Azure AD joined also means it is on cloud. Domain joined also it means it is on domain as well.
And what is that enterprise joint?
Enterprise joined it is totally if you are using some other MDM or you want to manage it. Let's say that you want to manage the device from other MDMs like SCCM or something. We will learn this about this once we will be doing the autopilot. Okay, so everyone have got things till now. Now we will do configure intra hybrid join and intra connect sync. Okay, this is done. This we did. Okay, okay. So reconfigure intra connect sync to sync new OU. Okay. So we are going to do the same thing for the new OU. We don't have to set up the sync and all. Everything will be auto done because we have already configured the settings and all. So just to test the same thing, we are going to do it. So we will come to
So
our
Vipin, at this point, will it appear in Entra? Will the device will appear in Entra at this point?
Yeah, it will appear in Intra. You want to see? Let me show you.
So we can verify from there as well, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can verify it from there. So in Intra, the number of the devices in Intra, the number of the devices in Intune, they vary. So sometimes what we look up of the devices, downloading all the devices of Intune and downloading all the devices of Intra which are there on Intra. As I think Jamin asked this question that why there is unlimited enrollment allowed in Intra, but in Intune there is only 15 enrollment.
Hmm.
This was a this was a question. So we get the answer here that in Intra you can join, you can register and the number of the devices. But Intune is restricting only 15 devices to be managed on the MDM platform, mobile device management platform. So Intune is MDM. Okay. Azure is something else, means the joint type, the management type won't be Intune, Microsoft Intune for few of the devices. If you are exceeding the limit of 15, means you have set the limit as 15 and you are exceeding that limit and you want to enroll a new device also to use the service, what you will get, you will be able to enroll it, but it won't be managed by the organization. Did you get this scenario? Okay, let me give an example of that. SBR1. Okay, this is our Intune, okay, and this is your Azure or Entra. Here, all devices. So I'll have some devices. Okay, there are no devices. Here, we will see there is. See, here we can see the devices, but not in Intune. Why? Let me show you that I'm unable to drag it from down. I have to drag it. We did the Microsoft Entra Hybrid Join for CL2. We can see CL2 here. See, okay, anyone was talking about, but we cannot manage it via MDM yet because we have to configure the MDM settings that we will be doing once we will be creating the uh, autopilot configuration.
Is it not showing MDM in the
Mm,
if we
It
scroll on the
it
right
is
side?
it is showing as none. See, all the devices are showing as none. That's the reason that it is not visible there.
But the Intune enrollment setting is on, right, by default.
No, 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 no. You have to configure the setting. In Azure,
Okay,
you have to configure the setting, na? Device settings, you have to configure the setting from here. That all the devices can be managed by Intune, your MDM.
yeah. So this is on, but like in Intune, that automatic enrollment is already on, right? Or it's off right now.
It is, I have to check Intune because
Yes.
we were
On.
learning from another platform actually. Another
Okay.
tenant. This is another tenant.
Okay. So
I
if you can you go to enrollment under device onboarding
Yeah, yeah, we can check
and
automatic
automatic
enrollment.
enrollment. If it's off, then it won't show naturally. But if it's
Mhm.
on, it should show, right?
See, nothing is there.
It's on right now,
It
so it should.
by default it is showing as on, but I expect it is not on.
So it says all users can able to enroll it. Then it should appear, right? In case of hybrid join also.
Wait. WFP discovery MDM compliance URL. Okay, this is same. Yeah, it is configured.
Yeah, so then it should appear automatically into Intune as well, but it's not appearing.
Mhm.
That's weird.
That's not weird. Actually, we have set up some restrictions. Okay, let me see. Okay. As of now, I have to validate this thing. Why it is not coming to the MDM? There is some settings that needs to be configured in Entra also so that it is visible in Intune.
Yeah, see, Entra is already been
Intra join, yeah, it is users may join their devices to intra join.
Yeah.
and users may register their devices with Intra Microsoft Intra. Is all.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, everything is
Maximum
fine.
number of device 20. We have selected it.
Maybe something else is missing or any settings
Yeah,
which
this
has to be.
compliance policy or something is missing. That is why we haven't created any policy yet. So until unless
Like
there. Mhm.
like by default, if we get any tenant for lab practice, by default, it should not have any restrictions, right, for enrollment.
Yeah,
If
by
it's on,
default, there is no restriction for the enrollment part, but as Intune is known to manage the devices for its security and all, so it won't allow until unless there is a policy or configuration settings that you are applying, so that to bring those devices or any rule setup you are applying to bring those devices to the MDM platform. I will see something is breaking in this tenant, but in the previous tenant we saw that it was coming in Intune also. We can.
yeah, because like in my trial environment also, if I
Mhm.
join or register any VMs, like any machines,
Yeah.
and so it should it's appearing automatically in Intune as well at the time of join or register.
Actually, what happened, I mean, in these cases also we get in our environment also means when we are working in the organizations. So usually what we do not waste much time in checking the settings because we have n number of settings, n number of configuration profiles and policies. What we do, we
Mm,
open the ticket with the Microsoft. So what they do come and they check the things from their end that where it is breaking, and then they do fix of the same. And here also I do the same thing only. We can see that we have the 8 devices, but all the 8 devices are not the Intune managed.
mm.
I will check with
So Vipin,
MS.
what is the scenario where we need devices only in Entra, and we need devices in Intune to manage the devices, but what is the scenario where we need devices only in Entra?
Only in intra scenarios
Yeah.
that can be the BYOD, your BYOD enrollment.
Okay.
And if you are registering the device only, they'll be there in Entra only. If you
Can
have,
you
yeah,
can you
if you,
explain?
But then the policies will not apply, right, for devices in Entra.
if user policies you are pushing, it will apply. The device policies won't apply until unless it is being pushed from Intune. Users policy will apply because you are pushing the from Intune. If you are pushing any policy on the user's account or on the user's basis, so it will be applied on the device. All the devices wherever the user will log in, it will be applied.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamin, you were saying something.
No, no, that's fine. I'm okay now.
You wanted to explain it. I had.
Yeah, I mean, I had like a better way, better. I
Okay,
got like an
okay.
idea.
You can.
I was because like in some companies, they don't want the like full control on the user's device.
Hmm.
So that's why they don't want like full control. So they go to BYOD plan and they don't enroll.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the main agenda. Actually, users or employees come, they say that I'm bringing my own device. I don't want my device to be managed. We get these type of tickets also. I am having currently 2 tickets for that. There are users saying that if I'll enroll my Mac, whether all the data that I have will be compromised or it will be secured. So I have to connect with them and tell them, no, your data will be secured, but there will be an encryption done to check whether there is any malicious file in the device or not.
Mhm. and they want like so they don't want like full control on their device. They want
Yeah,
them as to control it.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
They want to use the services, but full control means we cannot retire the device, we cannot delete the device, we cannot do the autopilot reset from Intune. So whatever the facilities that we have on Intune, we cannot do it.
yeah.
But we can do like BitLocker encryption. We
Yeah,
can do for the registered one.
BitLocker encryption, we can do password length and all. We can set up that if the user is not using that much password length, then it won't be user won't be able to log into the device or use the services. So these things we are doing it.
So all those are like part of user policies.
Yeah, all those are part of the user policies. In all the organization, we keep it as a user policy because we have to secure the identity first. We have to secure the identity first, and then after that, we have to secure the device. I hope you got it. Identities means first of all, we will secure the user.
Yeah, got it.
If user is using a good length of the password, user user is continuously means at a time of spam changing the password, that is also a policy that the user will be prompted to change their password after 90 days. In my organization it is 90 days. You can set up to 30 days also, 15 days also. In the banks, all the banks are there. So banks usually the devices are intra hybrid joined. Okay, Entra Hybrid Joined devices, they use it because they have to do this so much critical task. If they might lose the data from uh, the on-premise, so they can get it from the cloud. Okay, so that's the critical thing that they do. So that is why banks are using it at the moment. So until unless the banks will be there and there is no other tool or something coming up that can replace Active Directory, till then the banks will be using the on-premise things. So I hope everyone is clear till here. Regarding that MDM, why it is not visible in MDM, I will check with MS on that. What is the setting that we have to do, because it is also important to learn. And from Monday we are starting the autopilot, so it is very important to understand that how the devices. We have understood at least that how devices are coming to Intra from on-premise, everyone,
Yeah.
and how the devices are coming to Intra when we are doing the registration or we are doing the joining part.
Mm.
Okay, great. So till here we are good. I have covered the hybrid joined also. So everyone has understood that how the means how to check whether the device is hybrid joined. It will show as AD domain joined also, Active Directory joined also, and domain joined also. If we will check the status of the registration. So here what is saying, reconfigure intra connect sync to OU. Okay, desktop Azure AD Connect. We have Azure AD Connect. Microsoft Interconnect Sync, configure additional tasks. We are under additional customize synchronization option. So synchronization we are going to customize. Okay. So if you have the two domains, another domain also you want to connect with your cloud, the same cloud platform. So in that case, it is asking. Try to sign into your account window. Okay. So if you want to add a new domain here in AD Sync, so the this is option is for that. We have already our forest added as contoso.com. We will proceed as next. Refresh the domain.
I think you have to expand the, yeah.
Sync the okay. Sync selected domain contoso.com Entra ID clients. So here Entra ID clients is checked.
Don't we have to like uncheck or?
No, no, no. We just had to validate it whether it is checked or not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because these are the other OUs which are getting synced with the AD Connect. All the users that we have on Active Directory, and that is getting synced. We can test one thing.
Okay.
We can uncheck it, and then we can test that all the users, everything will be gone from
Oh
Intra.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It will unsync then,
Yeah,
right?
it will unsync, then everything will be gone as soon as it will refresh. Okay, okay. Checking installed components. So there are organizations which are pure cloud and which are means pure on premise. There is nothing as pure on premise now at the moment. So pure cloud is there means what they are doing. They are buying this means they are new. They are the new organization. They are doing all the things on the cloud only.
Mm.
Okay, so there is nothing to do with the on premise in those organizations. So they're actually IT engineers. They enjoy. They don't have to work much. So they just have to create the policies, do the automations, things are done like this. So Interact connects and synchronizes automatically. Now, when you modify the OU being synced, you can use the synchronization services to monitor the sync services. It's saying that whenever we do the modification in the Active Directory or we move any devices again from here to here, it is going to do the directory sync from there, and it is allowing the device to be hybrid joined if we are putting any device under Entra ID clients.
So do we have to run this sync every time to
No,
do
no,
any check?
no, no. That is why we did the OU sync.
So what is the frequency of this syncing?
Frequency, I have to search Prashant if you have asked. I think it is Prashant asked.
Yeah.
30 minutes, I guess.
Azure Connect. Okay. Active Directory to
30 minutes. Yeah.
okay, it is 30 minutes on Delta Sync cycle. I wasn't aware about it.
So if we like, let's say if we just for example, if we move another client to that Entra ID client OU,
It will be visible in your Intra portal.
okay. So it's a new OU, so that's why we are running sync for the first time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Means if any organization is there, they are saying that we have so and so devices. I gave the scenario. So these type of questions also do come in MD-102. They will say that there is an organization, they have their Active Directory, and they will give you. They say that there is a one group in your forest Active Directory. You what you have to do, you have to move that device to the cloud. They won't say that you have to move through Azure AD Sync and all those things. They will directly say the between story, in the middle story, they will leave it. Okay, so the middle story you have to make it. What
Mm.
is going to happen, how you are going to do. So that thing you have to just explain to them in the interview if they are asking, or in the exam if they are asking. They will give you the options to choose which option to go here, which settings to configure.
Okay.
So in MD-102, you will get you will get the lab like this only. The lab which I have, this you are seeing,
Mm,
you will get the
mm,
lab like this. You will get the question on the left screen. It will ask that you have to do so and so things, and then you have to perform those things in your tenant. There will be things, users and devices will already be there in that uh, lab. You just have to add them in the groups, do the settings and all those things. You don't have to create the device, do the testing and all.
I have like one more small doubt.
Uh-huh.
Like so we did hybrid join through Entra Sync, right? By running Entra Sync Connect.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if I directly go to the client computer,
Okay.
which is already in the domain,
Hmm.
can we do hybrid join from there as well, or no?
No,
Or we can do from there? Like if we go to like on the client side and connect and then join to Azure yeah, join to Azure AD. So the option won't come.
because if you will go to the work or school account, okay, from here only you have the option to join in. Na? If you'll go to work or school account,
Hmm, accounts. Yeah.
what you get? You get only this is registered option, okay, and
Okay.
below that we get the joining option.
But this is already been connected. But if it's only domain join, right, and then we try to click on connect, it should show the join option too, right, below
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
no?
If it is domain joined, means it is there on Active Directory. The device is already there on the Active Directory, and you are going
Hmm.
to that device, and you will get that option then.
Okay, so then there's like two ways to join
Yeah,
hybrid join.
there is a two ways to join, but means we are learning the cloud thing, so we will be setting at remote place, not at the device.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
And
why that,
okay,
that scenario means it is cut from the syllabus. It is not there, but we have to understand that if sometimes we have to do it, then we have the option to do that.
so this way is more faster than doing one by one on each
Yeah,
PC,
yeah.
right?
That is why we have to be efficient. We have to do the smart work. That's the main agenda of the cloud technology. This we have done it. Verify verification also we did it. I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, what it is saying in the output device state Azure AD joined. So we have to remember this.
Mm.
In the quiz, this question is going to come.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
leaking the question paper, but yeah, this will be there for sure. If the device is not yet joined to Entra ID, switch back to so and so run command below. So sometimes to sync manually sync delta sync, which happens in 30 minutes usually. So to do force sync, we can run these commands. I will give you the document of that once I prepare it. So I think everyone has gone through that lab document which I have shared for user creation and RBAC wala.
Mm, yes, little bit.
Okay, till here we are good.
Mm-hmm.
Close the window CL2 and this. CL2 has Microsoft Entra Hybrid Joined as value of the join type. Refresh button. CL2 is not listed. Verify that CL2 has Microsoft Entra Joined as value for the row join type. If necessary, select the refresh button if CL2 is not listed. Okay. It's saying to check in Entra also. Okay. After completing this exercise, you will have successfully configured and validated Entra Hybrid Join. Done. Congratulations to everyone. We have done this. Everyone has understood well
Mm.
because it was very important to be understood. It's surely, for sure, 90% of the times it is asked in the interviews. Okay, moving ahead, we have the device registration, intra device registration. We have done it, device registration part.
Mm.
Okay, everyone have understood the registration, why we do it, and what is the requirement of registration. So
Yeah.
these type of also questions will come if the user is asking, means I have told it so many times. If user is saying that I don't want my device to be managed, so there is an option We can enable the intra registered option for the user. User can register their devices with their user credentials, use the services. And
Vipin,
easily.
can you please explain the difference between intra joined and intra registered?
So intra joined, I will show you. I want to disconnect it from here, okay? I am unable to do it. I have to put the admin credentials. My screen is visible.
Yes.
I have to
Yeah.
put the admin credentials to remove the device from the MDM or from the intra. Okay, but if it is registered, user will get the option to remove the device. That's one difference. Another difference, registered device is not fully managed with your MDM. There is only few things which you can deploy, which you can manage. It limits the management from the cloud registration part. Joining part, once you are joined in, all the policies will apply on your device, also on user also. But in the registration part, only the policies which are user based policies, they will be applying on the devices. Everyone got it?
So usually BYOD is intra registered, right?
Yeah, it is intra registered.
So in what scenario it will be intra joined, like in an organization?
Okay, in what scenario it will be intra joined? So there is an option of joining the devices intra joining. As I showed you, once you will click on connect, you will get here option below, join the device intra joined. Okay, as it is already intra joined, my device is already intra joined, so I'm getting the option to register it.
Yeah, so what I'm asking is that in which cases, like we know that for BYOD we will do intra registration,
Uh-huh.
but what the normal employees we do Azure join, right?
Mm.
Azure AD join.
Yeah.
But in what cases it would be like only intra joined?
I can explain.
Yeah, yeah, Jamin, you explain it, then I will take it.
Yeah. So like if an organization needs like full control on the user's device, they
Hmm.
will definitely go for join option. And if the company wants like a limited control over the user's device, they can go for with Entra register. Like in the same way, like in on premise we join PCs to AD, right, to domain join. So then we have like full control over the user's PC, so they can't do anything on their own. So if it's registered, they will choose BYOD. So what happens exactly behind the scenes? User logins locally first, and then they register their device. Then they use the company's resources. But in case of join, it is
Mhm.
completely in company's control. They cannot do anything.
Means they cannot install any application by their own, going running the exe file if we have blocked it. Okay, so what usually users do, they install the application from external source and they double click on exe or MSI that we have. They install the application. But if it is joined, it will be managed by you. All the policies, if you have applied any policy that there should be no external application being downloaded other than company portal, user won't be able to download that application from company portal. Then means it limits. Uh,
Okay, understood that the policies, based on the policies, we are joining it. If we don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
apply any policies, it will be intra registered, right?
Yes, yes, yes. In intra-registered also policies are going, but only user-based policies are going. So
Okay.
user-based policy, how organization wants the user-based policy? What user-based policy organization wants? Organization will say to you that yeah, there should be a strong password, there should be the authentication method, multi-factor authentication should be there. So you will configure those three settings in your intra, those three settings, those three policies, you will configure it. You will push that policy to the all users. So it is already pushed to the all users. If any user will log into the device, going to the work or school account, and from there it will register the device. That policy will apply to that particular device now, because that particular device will come to your intra portal. You will be able to see that device at Microsoft intra registered. I'll show you an example of that. Okay, all devices. Okay, okay. You see this device joint type is what? Microsoft Entra Joined. Okay. Uh, Let me see which device it is so that I can open that device. CWS1. Okay. I will open a CWS1. It is joined Azure AD, connected to Contoso's Azure AD. If you will try to disconnect, it says that if this PC has BitLocker installed and running, make sure you save the copy of the BitLocker recovery key. So this settings we haven't configured in my tenant, the tenant which I am managing here. So it will directly allow you to disconnect. You are able to disconnect. It is asking for admin password in the join type. I think Prashant asked this question. Prashant, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you can see here, this is the joint device. Okay. Once we are trying to disconnect it, we aren't able to, because we have configured that policy that user cannot disconnect the device until unless the administrator wants it to do. So it asks for the admin password to disconnect. Now I will give you the example of intra-registered device. We can check what are the policies getting applied to this device also. This is intra. Okay. This is intra joint device. This is intra joint device. Okay, and okay. It's not being managed by MDM. We haven't configured any policies actually, so we aren't able to see it here. The manage button. If MDM is S or Microsoft Intune, then only will be able to see the manage button. We can check it. Just remind me of this question again. But let's understand that one difference at least as of now. Coming to the other part, that is Microsoft intra-registered. So this SB1, SBR1, you see, this is the intra-registered device which we are currently using. Okay, it's also not managed. I will show it from work or school account. SBR1. It's removed also, then why it is showing here? Okay, it is hybrid joined. So in case of the hybrid joint, you will be able to see two entries of the devices. Why? One entry which you did the registration part, another entry which you did the intra hybrid joint. So that is why I will configure one more device as a registration part and will show you then. Intra hybrid, intra registered. We have only one. So let's do WS3 as WS333 का password. WS2, WS3 password is this. Okay. What we gonna do? We are going to register this device with the tenant. Yeah, for that we would be needing the account also. Work. It's not connected to anything. So once we click on connect, we get these options. See, Jamin, you asked that question that do we get that option on the device also, endpoint also? We get that option, Active Directory domain. Jamin, are you there? Hello, guys, are we here? Everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I know it's more than 1 hour, but so I was showing that to Jamin. Jamin is there. So Prashant, here also we get two options. If we will put the address here, it will register it. If we will select this option, it will join it. That is all.
Yeah.
We are,
That will be Entra ID joined, right?
yeah,
Entra
yeah,
joined.
yeah, Entra ID joint. If you will select this, it will be managed by your organization and user won't be able to remove their devices by their own. If you are going to select this option, user can remove their devices by their own and they can install whatever. They are the administrator of the device totally.
Yeah. And the second option is only to join with the on-prem server, right?
Yeah, on-prem, Active Directory wala. Active Directory domain, local Active Directory domain, that we hybrid thing that we learned. So we learned it from the Active Directory part, means from Active Directory we are bringing the device directly, but you can go to the endpoint also and do the same thing with this option.
Mm.
You have to type the
Okay.
domain name, Conto. So let's do it. You have to put the admin password, domain admin password. We do it in this way. We will learn this. Time is also up. I also have to take a call at 11:15. So I think till here we are good. We can start the autopilot part. Whatever the questions you guys have, you can write it down and then we can take it up in the on Saturday, means tomorrow. Everyone, are we
Okay,
good?
bro.
Are we good till here? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.